Hey, folks, just a friendly reminder that all shows on the Madness Comic Network are produced by their individual hosts and in no way reflect the opinions of the network as a whole. The statements in the following broadcast are not necessarily the opinions of the Madness Comic Network, its staff, sponsors, or contributors. This show is rated TVMA, as are all of them and all those other letters. Viewer discretion is highly advised, and
Flip City Magazine is just really pulling out all the stops, man. Your guys' production value of this magazine has gone insane. I mean, look at that. I mean, I remember when you guys, it was black and white. Even when it was black and white, I thought your quality was great. But damn, they just really stepping it up a notch. Look at this. James Corbett, boys. James Corbett.
Genuinely cutting. But also funny, and obviously just chaotic and very fun.
I love Flip City. It has brought new types of badassery and integrity to the print medium.
Including Nightmare World, Tales of Mystery, Brave but Not Dead, all kinds of stuff. And I am super excited for you because you are getting to watch right now, right this moment, out of all the things we're going to be doing, you're getting to enjoy and revel in the Madness Comic Network. And that is awesome. Thank you for being here.
it is madness. Yeah, I gotta have Doc do a voiceover for that. Doc's voice and Loki's face. It'd be awesome. Don't think? What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Madness special edition. Sometimes people aren't necessarily available during the time slots you have regularly scheduled shows. And sometimes you got to go outside the box and you got to make time available for those people too. So I reached out to B.A. Turner. I said, hey, yo, what's up, man? Got to get you on the show. We went through all the different times. Like, that ain't gonna work. Okay, we'll do a special edition. And here he is right now. What's up, man? What's up?
Not much. How you doing?
It's all action around here, man. Look, this is the first time I think we've ever been on a stream together.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we've known of each other for quite a while. I'm glad we could finally make this happen. look, there's tons of shit going on out there. I like to focus on the actual product, the work, stuff you guys are doing. Sometimes I get caught up in the old Twitter action, just like everybody else, right? But at the end of the day, I built this to promote small creators and one of the first people that I met when I started doing this was RJ. And he was fulfilling for like 2 or 3 different campaigns way back then. He just starting, didn't have, I was like, dude, I'm going to fucking promote you. I'm going to tell people about you for the next forever until you got a warehouse of your own. And I have. I've promoted him ever since because I believe in what he's doing, making it easy on you guys. Okay. I try to come out here and give you guys a platform where you can be seen in a lot of different places. Okay. We're on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, just wherever, LinkedIn, Instagram, wherever the people want to send their shows to, our shows go there. Right. So I look at him, I see him and I'm like, dude, this dude's trying to help you guys so you can focus on your actual product, focus on your art, focus on your writing. And it's like, don't worry, I got your fulfillment. And I'm like on the other end of that. I'm like, don't worry, I got your promotion. We get enough shows that you can go on that all have different audiences. That was why I was saying, what show do you want to go on? Because Laurie's show has one audience, Doc's show has a different audience, and the more shows in the network you go on, the more you get seen. Now, recently, RJ told me, go ahead and put all your shows on my Twitter channel. I don't care. So now everything's going to Critical Blast on Twitter, and we're getting tons of views off that. Like it's killing YouTube. Okay, RJ's Twitter is killing YouTube. So we're just gonna keep putting stuff up over there, putting stuff wherever we can. Tonight is the first time we get to take a look at your stuff. So first, I want you to tell everybody a little bit about yourself, how you got up in here, and then I want you to walk us through the campaign. I don't want to stumble through your campaign. I want you to walk us through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, sounds good. So yeah, I'm a novelist and I would say a new, indie comic creator. I started writing my 2 novels about 8 years ago. It took me about 5 years to write them, 2 years to do the editing. I worked with a professional editor, did my own edits, and then also worked with a writing coach as well. And after that, once I got connected with Corey Barton to do the initial cover art, I just fell in love with, seeing my characters come to life, and just doing a couple wraparound covers wasn't enough for me. So I was like, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do a mini comic where it doesn't tell the story, but what it does is it shows key scenes from the novels and it introduces every single major and supporting character so that while you're reading the novels, you know exactly how the characters should look, the scenery, the colors, so that when you're reading it, you can focus on the context, on the action, versus trying to picture things in your mind and put things together.
Now, sometimes, though, that's the fun of it. Okay, look. I read Lord of the Rings when I was 13. Maybe earlier than that. Okay, I'm just finishing reading it again for like the 40th time. Okay, but let me tell you what, when Peter Jackson made that movie, look, there's a lot of stuff. No Tom Bombadil, you blew me, you lost me right there. Okay, I'm done. But that opening scene of Gandalf riding into Hobbiton on that rickety little cart, that's exactly what I pictured when I read it. He couldn't have done that shit like he stole it out of my mind, dude. It was like just like that, right?
Yeah.
You want that same thing when you're reading, but at the same time, I like you're giving them a visual aspect that's not something somebody else did 50 years from now. You see what I'm saying? It's like, you're giving them that visual now. Now, relax. This is what dude looks like. Now read the fucking book.
Yeah.
But some filmmakers totally get it right on the visual. They take that description from the novel and they go, man, I can make that. I can make people see that. Those guys, like what that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, you like back in the day, man, they used to get ash cans, right? That came before the major release of a comic, right? So you got some idea, set the stage. I think I got Rick Jones' wedding. I got all kinds of ash cans, right? Uh, this is a little different, but it does set the stage. But it also you use it like as a synopsis of the book, of everybody in the book. You give everybody just a little hint to what's going on. I like that. I like that a lot because a lot of people don't realize that they want Netflix to do their stuff, but they don't give them an idea what their stuff's supposed to really look like.
Yeah,
Really
and
split the book,
yep, and the other thing too is since I'm really connected with the indie comic community, it's hard to sell novels to people that consume comics. It's an uphill battle, and so this was my way to get them intrigued enough to say, you know what, I'll sit down and I'll spend several hours reading this because I'm intrigued by the characters because of that art, or because of the descriptions. And then for the folks that primarily read novels, it's just that extra something to, again, make it more immersive. And for both sides, again, just like with the ash cans, this gives everybody a taste of what they can expect from a quality perspective when it comes to art and character creation, so that when I do the first full issue of the comic, people know what they're getting into. They know the quality that they're getting, the style of art and coloring, so that they're ready for it, and they know that I've fulfilled my campaign, all of that stuff, so that it's not just a random new creator that they're hesitant about. So I wanted to kind of pre-establish myself before I do a full comic. So
like you said, the concept is perfect. Okay,
thank you.
As far as the marketing goes, you always want to do something that's it's just a little different than what everybody else did, right? Okay, I know a lot of people that do novels. I know a lot of authors. There's a lot of them in the madness, believe it or not. Okay, there's a lot of people that just write books. They don't do comics. They don't do graphic novels. I'm looking at you, Michaela J. There's quite a few actually, but I love all of it. Okay, I've been reading. My fourth grade teacher turned me on to a kid-friendly version of the Trojan War. Right? Okay, Achilles, Odysseus. It's like, oh my God, it's like, yeah, I'm lost. I got gods. I got warriors. I'm lost now. I'm a reader. There's nothing going to stop me from ingest. There wasn't enough TV or movie stuff like that.
Yep.
You had to go to the library. You had to go to the library and get that stuff. There wasn't, we have Conan, maybe. I was probably in my 20s when that came out. So, not the book, but the movie, the first time they gave you a visual to go along with it. You got to have it now. But I still pick up, I read anything. I don't.
Oh, yeah. Same.
I just like to read. I don't care if it's a comic or. Actually, I save the comics for when the power goes out.
There you go. Yeah.
Light a candle. I got plenty of comics to read, right?
Yeah.
It's the only time I get to. The rest of the time, I'm sitting here working.
Yeah.
Right. Enough about me. It's time to talk about this. Do you want to set the video up? You want me to play the video first? How you want to roll this?
Yeah. Go ahead and play the video. Give everybody a good intro to the art.
All right, here we go, everybody. Check it out. Vigilantes Creed. All right. I like it. I like it.
Thank you.
So I heard you say the name Corey Barton earlier.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So go ahead, give us a little rundown. What's up?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, it's 2 novels and a mini comic, and it's based around a gargoyle and a team of vigilantes fighting terror in Detroit. Terror, which is headed by a man named Incubus, who has unearthed the Nazi-era mind control serum in order to create super soldiers and take control of Detroit and beyond. And so it gives you pretty much a good blend between urban fantasy, science fiction, and Lovecraftian horror. And in regards to comparatives, it's basically if you were to take Hellboy, Watchmen, and Daredevil and mash up different aspects of those, and that would give you a general feel for the style of story.
All right, I gotta ask. Detroit. What do you know about Detroit?
More than I'd like to, just because I grew up in Michigan, and so I spent a lot of time around Detroit due to work and college. So, yep.
I did not grow up here, but I did spend the last 8 years in Southwest, 9 years in Southwest Michigan.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm
Nice.
down here, south of Kazoo.
Okay. Yeah, my brother's over in Southwest Michigan. So yeah, very. I mean, I was in Michigan for almost the first 30 years of my life. So yeah.
Yeah, well, I ended up here because my son started having kids.
Yep, that'll do it.
I wasn't going to bring them out to Phoenix for me so I could see them.
Yep.
So, if I want to be part of their lives, I got to come up.
Yep.
And not ever regretting that decision. I love my grandkids,
Yep.
But yeah, weird place to live. Okay. We haven't had more than 3 or 4 inches of snow all winter.
That's awesome.
Melted the next day. We live down here by in between 3 lakes.
Yep.
And you'd think it would be really cold where we live, and we get a lot of wind off the lake and whatnot. Dude, it's cold weather right now. What is going on in Michigan?
Yeah, it was always crazy cold, and I mean, we'd get a foot of snow several times a year. So it's definitely different.
Well, I mean, the first couple of years I was here, there was 2-3 foot of snow, and it stayed all winter.
Yeah.
The lakes were froze over. People were ice fishing. Not this year. I heard one dude went ice fishing one day. And it's like he didn't come up next week and say he was ice fishing again. It was done. It was like the lakes were frozen and then they weren't. Just like that. It's been a weird winter.
Yeah, that's crazy. Huh.
But yeah, I like it here. It's moderate in the winter and it's not too bad in the summer. So
yep.
But yeah, Detroit. Come on.
Yep. So yeah, all the locations, all the directions. I mean, everything is legitimate to modern day Detroit. So people that know the area will recognize locations, and so yeah, definitely did a lot of research in person and online just to make it really feel like today's Detroit.
You got some good Detroit Easter eggs in the art.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good. See, look, that's one of the things as a comic fan. The longer you keep my attention, the more apt I am to buy your next book.
Yep.
And I mean that sincerely, guys. If I read your book, it's a 5-minute read. And I probably ain't going to remember that in 3 months when you're launching your next book. Okay.
Sure.
I like Easter eggs. I like art that makes me look at each panel, not just read it and go on. Not just read it and go on to the next one. I want a book you make me look at for a little while. And then if I like it enough and I pick it up again in a couple months, I see shit I missed the first time.
True, yeah.
That's what I want as a comic fan, especially if we're going to pay premium for comics.
Yep.
Hell, man, I want something that takes more than 5 minutes to flip through, guys. I'm just saying.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm not a manga fan. Okay, to me, that's that's Sunday comic stuff. It's like you flip through it, it's done. It's disposable, like comics used to be before grading. Back when we just folded them up and stuck them in our pocket, we shared them with our friends and we traded them. They were a disposable medium. They cost 12 cents, 20 cents, 20. Me and my buddy Dave do a show called The Show Offs, and we'll go through a run of comics, and we'll talk about, prices are about to go up. They just did a double issue, and they ran it out at you for 20 cents more than the regular issue to see if you'll pay it. And you'll pay it. And then next month after that, boom, price went up. It's like you can see the marketing, how they did everything back then. And it's hilarious, dude. But those were disposable comics. They wasn't nothing special. We all look back now and some of that art was badass, but we didn't look at it that way then.
Right.
It was a comic book. And speculators and grading and oh my God, they're gonna ruin it all. That was how I felt. It happened to baseball cards first, the grading thing.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh no, this is a scam. But at least the baseball card, you could see both sides. You could see all four corners. You could see the whole thing. When they started doing it with the comics, I was like, that could just be a cover and a bunch of blank pages. How do you know that's the book you sent them without cracking it open?
True. Yeah. Yeah.
You don't even know. And you don't even know then unless you marred it in some small way so that only you'll be able to identify it as the one you sent them. Otherwise, how would you know?
Yeah.
I mean, to me, the main thing with you and I, we both look at the same comic book. We've both been given the same training, but we've both been given the same comic book, right? Are you and I both going to see each flaw to the same degree?
Nope, it's subjective to the eye for sure.
1,000 people grading comics. It's a scam. Scam. I'm just saying. That's the way I always looked at it, man. I hated it.
I don't blame you.
And it did ruin comics. It really did. Speculators market just made everything possibly worth $1 million the day it comes off the press.
Yeah.
The comic books, you guys. And manga, that's why it sells. It's disposable. Stick it in your back pocket. You trade them with your friends. It's like, I mean, I know a few people that collect them, but they don't slab them in plastic. They got them in their shelf. They can read them whenever they want, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Don't let me get on rants about stuff. Just shut me up and say, scroll on, dude. Hey, can you scroll down and look at this next thing?
Oh, you're good.
What can I say? I got a lot to say when it comes to the comic industry, So this is the commissioner. He looks like he's in kind of trouble right now. Or is that this dude? No, it's Benjamin that's in trouble right there, huh?
Actually, it's neither of those two. Those two are just reacting to that little henchman getting choked out there.
Oh, it's just a henchman? I was hoping it was a main character.
No, those two are main characters down there for sure.
All right, go ahead and tell us about these guys. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, this gives you an example of kind of how the layout and lettering is, for these. So this is one of the key scenes where, with all the lettering there, I'm able to give key statistics about each of the characters, just, main information about them so that, maybe if you do put the book down for a couple days, and you go back to this page, you'll be able to remember all these details about these characters without having to try to refresh your memory organically. And so in this one, you have Incubus, which is the character in the middle there, it's a play on words there. He's meant to represent the appearance of an octopus, so ink, and octopus can constrict their victims, just like he's doing in the scene here, and he has a mechanical kind of steampunk style arm there that gives him some extra abilities. And then you have Dr. Foster in the bottom left there, which is one of the characters that he has manipulated and taken advantage of to utilize that mind control serum that I had mentioned and then his right-hand man up there, Commissioner Ream, who is the head of the police department in Michigan or in Detroit, and corrupt as hell. So,
Of course,
yeah.
yeah. You know.
And then, at the top, it tells you exactly where in the book that this is occurring. So,
Yeah,
for
that's
example, book 1, chapter 30, and then the pages where that scene happens so that you know exactly where it's taking place.
that was what I was going to ask you. Is this reference exactly? It's like a visual index.
Yep.
Like a visual index. That's pretty cool.
hmm
Now, this. Have you seen the show Resident Alien?
Not yet. I know of it, but I haven't watched it yet.
All right, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but damn, man, that dude, that incubus dude right there.
hmm
You might meet somebody like that in Resident Alien.
Nice. I'll have to check that out now for sure.
It cracked me up when it came up. It was like, dude, I don't want to spoil anything because actually it's been refreshing. It's probably one of the funniest shows I've seen in a long time. So,
Nice.
What is up, Grey Wolf? What's
Hey,
happening?
what's up?
We are talking about Vigilantes Creed. And, okay, we got more people. Yes.
Yep. So those two at the top there, those are the other two vigilantes that team up with the Gargoyle, who goes by the name of Dread Knight. And so, as you can tell, they're kind of like image style characters from the 90s.
Mhm.
The one on the right is a neuroscientist that helps them try to counter that mind control serum, but he's also Russian, so he's been trained by the military because they have mandatory military training and all that. And then the guy on the left, Radar, is a good police officer who's trying to change the system from within and kind of the ear to the ground guy. And then the bottom two characters there are just some of the super soldiers, the henchmen for Incubus. So that's one of the scenes where they face off.
See, I'm kind of looking at this Siberian scientist, and I'm just like, y'all really gonna trust him with the serum?
Of course.
I'm just saying,
Well, there's a lot of part of the backstory and like how the serum was created and how the gargoyle came to be. It does tie into a lot of World War II history and some biblical lore, so you'll get more kind of reasoning of why Siberian scientists is very relevant, and the Soviets, who initially got exposed to that serum, for example.
See, that's yeah. I wasn't gonna say Soviets, but you know what I mean. It was like Cold War, evil scientists, bad. Looks like a good guy now, but who knows later when he's got his hands on the old serum, what he's gonna do with it? He's one of them. I always think every time I see a concept that I like, I'm like, okay, where can it go?
Yep.
And immediately grab a hold of a character. Okay, what can happen with this dude? What's the one book that's driving me nuts is Laurie's Path of the Pale Rider.
Yep.
Because you just don't have no idea where this shit's going, dude. It's good, and you're just like, man, this could go anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So that's what I like. I like being able to grab a hold of a character and try to figure out what you gonna do with that guy.
Absolutely.
So a real hero.
Yep. So this would be Dread Knight, and then his human form, Slade Allen in the bottom there. So he's human by day, gargoyle by night. And so every night at the strike of midnight, he turns into a gargoyle. He is mortal, and he's of course got enhanced strength, hearing. He's got night vision. But one thing that's really unique about him is, unlike the quote unquote no kill rule that like Batman has from time to time, since he's tied to biblical lore and archangels, he has the ability to sense if someone has a soul or not, if they have any remnants of humanity. If they do, he's unable to kill them. However, if they've gone through enough serum treatments, they can lose their humanity, and then that rule is off the board. So it has a nice blend of, having to have that restraint in certain situations, And then in other situations where he realizes, like, I need to put this guy down, like, there's no other choice, he's able to do that. So it has a little bit of a nice kind of blend there of that moral quandary, I guess.
It's funny because it was a long time reading comics before I actually saw a hero kill somebody on purpose. They make a big deal about Batman, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Punisher, anti-hero.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Venom, anti-hero. Yeah, they kill people. Elektra, anti-hero. Yeah, she killed people. She's an assassin. Okay, hero on purpose, killing somebody. When was the first time you witnessed it? See, just the fact that you had to think just proves that the fact that Batman didn't kill nobody, didn't kill people, wasn't a big deal. Because
right. I mean,
heroes didn't kill people. It wasn't like what they did. Accidents happened around stuff that they did. There was collateral damage sometimes. But heroes didn't just kill people.
It depends, I guess, on, because I mean, everyone has a little bit of a, yeah, a lot of people have a
right?
Yeah, a lot of people could have a flexible idea too on what like a hero is. Like for me, and this is, a big topic of debate is Rorschach, right? He wasn't created or intended to be a hero, but he ended up being a hero and he would kill the worst of the worst without second guessing himself. So in that case, I do consider him a hero and I'm completely okay with what he did. And Batman, there were certain runs where he did kill, and
Batman's rogue gallery used to piss me off. I'm serious. Batman been knocked out more than anybody, more than any hero in all of comics. Not once did the Joker or the Penguin or anybody just draw a knife across that dude's throat and put an end to it. He's sleeping right here on the floor. Why are you going to tie him up and put him through some time trap?
Right, yeah.
Give him a chance to escape and kick your ass. No, you just...
Yep.
I used to say Batman got the weakest rogue gallery in all comic book. None of them wanted to do the job. I always thought they would end the Batman with the Joker killing him. And I thought it would have happened long before he got old. And you know what I mean? It's like they've done so much weird shit now. Like 15, 20 years ago, they were just going to have the Joker off his ass. Get it over with, right? Alternate universes also ruin comics. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was never a fan of that either.
Stay true to what you write, people. Don't let other people say, "Oh, it would have been so much better if you'd have done this." No, fuck you. This is what we did.
Absolutely.
Stick with what you did.
Yep.
Like I said, I can get on a rant, dude. Here we go. The novels. Okay. Book 1 of Blood and Stone. And,
yep. So, there's, your first kind of Easter egg there for a key location in Detroit, the Michigan Central Station, which is extremely famous. So that plays a very large part in the book there. And, for a novel, a lot of novels, the cover art doesn't really introduce any characters or it doesn't really give you much. So this one I tried to introduce you to the location and then, of course, the hero and the villain. And I did a wraparound cover as well. Again, just to really try to pique people's interest in the two main characters.
Okay, so what's the building famous for?
So that was...
Unless it's something you can't reveal.
It was, I believe, the largest train station that was initially built in the States. It played a huge part in, moving wartime materials around for World War II. And yeah, it was a huge depot for travel before obviously Ford, GM, and Chrysler took off, and then after that it became it was a location actually in the first Transformers movie, and then it was actually where the big fight happened between Batman and Superman in Batman vs Superman. And because it was this famous abandoned building, once it shut down, there was a lot of drug activity and just, nasty stuff going on in there. And it was kind of a strange like cult tourist location where people would just try to enter the building just to take pictures because it was just such an eerie and just huge
Now I want to
like
go there.
Gothic building.
Is it still
Yeah.
built? Is it still standing?
It actually they're restoring it now. They are. So it's
Dude, we got to go there. We got to go there with cameras. We have to. We have
yeah,
to.
it's very cool. Yeah, it's
I'll
yeah.
even wear a gargoyle suit and stand out front just like that, right?
Yep, yep.
What can I tell you? I love this kind of stuff, dude. This is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Now I got to read your books.
Oh, that'd be awesome. And then yeah, this is the sequel. So this is the second part of the duology, where of course the team of vigilantes go to war on the streets of Detroit with Incubus there, and this is a bit of a homage cover to the Watchmen poster for the movie. So yeah, but it's also a scene from a very, very important scene from the book. So worked out real nice. So yep.
It's good work.
Well, thank you. And then there's also a 2-in-1 option with 2 books combined with this Joe Ball cover art here that the artwork works in 2 directions. So on the opposite side, it's working in the opposite direction. So he was able to integrate all of the major characters there in one composition there. And it's also a more affordable option for folks because it's just 1 printing versus 2, and then you have a black and white cover. But it's huge, but it's absolutely beautiful. So,
dude, that looks amazing. But then Joe Ball's
oh yeah,
when it comes to art,
yep.
Do you actually have a Divine Grimoire?
Just in the book. Just in the book.
Go ahead and make some little bound up books.
Could, yeah.
Laurie will show you how to make them. She just took her trade, made it into a book about yay big.
Oh, nice.
All hand bound, but all 4 issues of her comic are in that little book.
Hey, that's cool.
And she went out and showed. She went out online. And she's like, "Look at what I just did." And I was like, "That one's mine." Now she made a bunch more for people on her campaign, but like the prototype, she goes, "It's got all these mistakes." I said, "Perfect. That's the one I want." Yep. Send me that one. First one. Gotta have it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could make something like that as a tier.
Yep.
You get
true.
The books and the Grimoire, and it's just a little, a little prop, but it's like another part of the thing. With the
that's a good idea.
Beads, with the rosary, maybe it opens up and you put the rosary beads on the inside of it, close it up like a little box.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Buy more rosary beads. You get them right here, Vigilante's Creed, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that's all I do is think about shit like that.
Oh yeah.
I don't make no money, but I sure do like to come up with ways to help other people make money.
Hell yeah.
Now here's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's our boy Corey. Y'all know Corey Martin. We don't have to Kozor, baby. We don't have to look. Among other things, but I happen to have Kozor, so I can yell that one out loud. Thanks, RJ.
Yeah, Kozar is what prompted me to contact him to do all the art or most of the art on this project. So just had the perfect color tones, the clean line work, and just the intensity for his characters. And I needed intense looking characters, and I just loved the color tones, just the nice blends and kind of the dark, eerie kind of setting. So yeah, he knocked it out of the park with the with his cover for the mini comic.
He's a beast, man.
Mm-hmm.
I love Corey. He's actually been on the show for a drawing competition with Hex and a few other people.
Nice.
It was a good time, man. I gotta start doing stuff like that again too. I don't like the competitions.
Mm-hmm.
I like co-opetition. I like where everybody's working together on something as opposed to. I don't want my fans or the people in the chat to choose between this guest or that guest. I don't even know how that happened to come about that one time. I don't know. I think it was the Draw Crom Challenge is what it was. And everybody was drawing Crom, and it was like, you know, then the chat was all, oh, that was badass. I think Hex won that, actually.
Oh, nice. Huh.
We just try to have fun, though, you know. But yeah, I love what Corey does, no doubt. And Skunk, what's up?
Yeah. I had Skunk do a painted version there, so that's obviously a wraparound cover there. If you lay it flat, it's like they're facing off. And I have the original painting too that's still available on the campaign as well. But yeah, that was a really cool piece there. And then those are just some more of the interior examples without the lettering from Corey.
Dude, love Corey stuff. Then you got the black and white art book, Joe Ball cover.
Yep. So that's just that's basically the mini comic without the lettering and just all the black and white art. Because I love black and white art. So yeah.
Me too, dude. Look, I tell people all the time, it's like, I don't mind. I like colored comics as well, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But only really good colorists can color something without washing out line work.
Right.
I'm a fan of line work. I want to see what the artist did. And as soon as the colorist washes out the line work, then I'm like, dude, don't do that. Don't. So, you know, it's like, yeah, I'm a fan of the lines just like you. I get it, dude. And yeah,
Absolutely.
that's amazing right there. That's
Yeah.
Joe. That's Joe. You know, Joe does that stuff. That's badass. The 5-page sample.
Yep. So yeah, for folks that, you know, are just curious of my writing style, what the prose looks like, there's a 5-page sample, which is actually the scene where Slade Allen first turns into a gargoyle. So very intense and raw scene. So just give people a taste of what's to come. So yeah,
I'm gonna start reading this, and then I'm gonna be like, how am I gonna come up with the money to buy this? I'm a broke ass. I told you I don't make no money. I just, you know, do this for fun, man.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
You got a lunchbox. Oh, come on.
Yeah, there's a lunchbox. There's a 500-piece puzzle.
Yeah, let's go up here. Let's go up here and go through this correctly. I think we're up. What do we got here? Oh, yeah, we still got stuff over in the middle. Okay, those are the synopsis of the characters. We kind of already did that, right?
Yep.
And your villains.
Yep. Just a quick introduction to folks so that they can get interested in the characters, and then just a little.
Dude.
Yeah.
Elliot too. God damn.
Yeah, he did that grimoire art that we looked at earlier.
Stellar team right there. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, it was awesome. No, I was very lucky to be able to have all these guys involved.
So yeah, you got the Let's Get Physical, which has prints and the books and the mini comic and everything, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much the best bang for your buck. You get both novels in the colored version. You get all 3 of the mini comics. You get 4 free art prints, 2 free oversized bookmarks, and then you get a Corey Barton trading card. And then one thing to note too about the novels is they are oversized as well. They are comic book size, like Golden Age size. So they're very, very big. So it's a more comfortable read. The font is bigger, and it's just more comfortable to hold. So yeah.
You don't know how many of my friends I've had to hit them up afterwards and go, dude.
Yep.
Put reading glasses on. I can't barely see some of that little teeny tiny print. It's like,
yep.
A lot of comic book fans are old and our eyesight is going, guys. Have pity on us. Have pity on us. I'm just saying. All right. So the black and white art book, the Joe Ball cover, is $10.
Yep.
Ships worldwide. Carrie, if you're watching, worldwide. Yes. The Corey Barton cover, the BC mini comic.
Yeah.
$12. We got the Skunk Artworks variant, the wraparound cover. The skunk looks like watercolor. Man, dude kills it.
Mm-hmm.
Kills it. Of Blood and Stone, book 1, $20. Now that's the actual novel, right?
Correct. Yep. Yep.
Okay. There you go, you guys. There's the book. There's what gets you. That's where you take off, and then you follow this guy forever after that. That's how it's supposed to work, people. You like book 1,
right.
You buy book 2, you buy book 3. It keeps getting better and better and better.
Exactly.
So Mortal Defiance is book 2. So you have Of Blood and Stone and then Mortal Defiance.
Correct. Yep.
Those are your 2 books. You got you got the digital novel collection. You get them both for $25.
Yep.
The physical mini comic collection. Now, go ahead. Tell me what all you get with this.
Yeah. So, I mean, essentially, there's options to get everything individually or also in bundles. So here you get all 3 of the mini comics for $25 versus if you got all 3 at the individual price, you'd be looking at around $35. So it's, the more cost-effective way to go if you can bundle it and can take advantage of the shipping as well.
So the mini comics are all the same on the inside with different covers?
With the exception of the Joe Ball one, which is just the black and white. So this gives you, every option. Yep.
The Vigilantes Creed lunchbox. Guys, come on.
Yep.
You love the old lunchboxes. It's funny because we were just talking to the grandkids about that the other day, and we showed them what the old lunchboxes look like.
Yeah.
Like, here you go. And the old thermos with the ceramic on the inside. Yeah. The good old days.
Yeah.
And then the duology.
Yep. So that's the 2-in-1, the really large book with the Joe Ball cover. So, obviously it saves you some money to have it printed in one. And
Right.
I mean, plus that cover art's just awesome. So, and then this is if you get both the novels, there's like a $5 discount there. But you're still
you get
getting
both the novels in one book, you get $10 discount and Joe Ball art.
Yep.
If you get both of the novels because you want to have each individual novel, you still get a $5 discount. You get the cool color cover art.
Yep.
Then you got the digital, the digital.
Yep. So that's just every mini comic, every novel in the digital version.
All right. And that, for you people overseas, I get it. Shipping sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to get to digital. I'm one of them people that reads comics when the lights go out.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
I got to have something to do when the power goes off. Right?
True.
So I read. Okay. That's when I do most of my reading. We live out in the boonies. Power goes out regular. Right.
Yep.
But at the same time, man, power goes out. If all my stuff was digital, when the power goes out, I wouldn't be able to read comics.
True. Yeah.
That would be sad. That would be so sad.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The duology plus the mini comic. So the main big book with both stories in it plus the mini comic.
Yep.
Now here, this is cool. The puzzle.
Yep. Yeah, it's a 500-piece puzzle. So yeah, that's a fun little kind of extra thing for folks that like to do puzzles.
500-piece puzzle. Gotta love it. Corey Barton and Joe Ball posters.
Yep.
18 by 27, both that black and white Joe Ball masterpiece. And Corey Barton, good stuff. Man.
Yep.
Both novels and the mini comic.
Yep.
$40. Pretty much tried to cover everything here. And then you probably have it all individually as add-ons as well, right?
Yep. And then there's the large 2 packages at the bottom, which the first one gives you, everything in the Let's Get Physical. So every book option, including the duology, plus the puzzle, plus the lunchbox, and then the highest tier there adds on the aluminum signs and the 2 and the 2 posters. So it's everything.
Aluminum signs, that's awesome.
And then the Skunks painting.
And then you got the original painting.
Yep. Whichever lucky person picks that up, it comes framed. So, and I'll make sure it's obviously protected. And yeah.
Nice,
Yep.
nice. The Joe Ball sketch card is gone. The Joe Ball sketch card is gone. Gone. The Joe
Yep.
Ball original art. Oh, who's the lucky bag?
Yep.
You don't have to
Those-
say, but somebody scored on that, no doubt.
Yeah, that was hard to let go, but yeah, glad someone's enjoying it.
That's awesome. Now, as we get down to the end of the show, one of the things, because I know sometimes I go off on rants, and I never want a guest to leave thinking they didn't get to talk about something they wanted to talk about, or you know what I mean? So this is where you get the floor. Anything that you want to talk about that we didn't cover, or just a rant of your own, you want to go, the floor is yours, brother. Do your thing.
Sounds good. I mean, yeah, with the addition of the mini comic, my goal is to provide the most immersive novel reading experience that you can have. And this isn't your, I guess, normal novel. It's not slow in pace. It's a very high-paced, high-octane story. It's meant to keep you engaged. And like I said, it has a very nice blend of different genres. And not only does it have the action and the thrilling aspects, it's also a highly emotional book, and it ties into a lot of biblical and supernatural lore. And with being able to do prose, I can do some very in-depth backstories in regards to how the gargoyle came to be, in regards to the grimoire, the serum, everything. So there's so many stories that tie in really nicely in this duology that if you're looking for action, you have it. If you're looking for raw emotion, you have it. If you want some history, some biblical lore, it has a little bit of everything. And it's just all about having characters too that are relatable. Now, if you relate to the villain, I would be worried. He is not a redeemable villain. He is a classic, just reprehensible, just villain.
Oh, I'm not going to
And
be able to sympathize with him. Really?
true.
Come on, man. That's what villains are for. No, I want you to
Mhm.
smash that ass. That's what villains are for.
That's right. But the heroes, though, I mean, they're all different, but everybody out there will be able to relate to at least one of the vigilantes. One thing that I pride myself on with this story is that it has healthy doses of realism. And by realism, I mean, you know, events and, personal traits that people can relate to, right? That you could say, oh, I've experienced that, or this is going on in real life, not kind of the misconception of it's always anti-heroes or nihilism. No, just it's got relatable aspects. And, one of my biggest goals in this is, to be able to have a story that can help people through a dark time and, inspire them as well, because this is a story about a man who is down on his luck, just trying to find some purpose in his life. And by taking, one risk, a huge risk, to save the life of another, it puts him on this amazing path of heroism to be able to change the lives of many. So, if I can positively influence just one reader's life, or just entertain them, then, it's a success for me. So that's my rant.
No, that's great. That's awesome. Do you have a YouTube channel?
I do. If you just look up B.A. Turner on YouTube, I'll pop right up. I don't live stream yet, but I do weekly kind of informative videos about like understanding print runs, marketing yourself outside of Twitter and online, and just basically just videos that can help other new and small indie creators just learn from the mistakes and experiences that I've had. So that's a little bit easier for them, because if it wasn't for, other creators in the space, I would have went into it blind, and it would have been very, very difficult. So I'd like to be able to help others as well.
If you'd like to bring that show to the madness, we can talk.
Sounds good, man. Thank you.
Because that just means I'm broadcasting that show to all our places too.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, there's a lot of people out there that are like, yeah, but if I do that, then nobody's watching on my channel. And I'm like, yeah, they see you on our channel and then they go sub to your channel and then they go watch on your channel. That's how it is. Doc gets more views. His show, The Coffee Shop on our network, gets more views on his YouTube channel than it does on my YouTube channel. I'm not jealous. Trying to get more eyes on it. That's the whole point, right?
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, something we could talk about. It's really simple to do. You know, you just let me know when you're airing it. I rip it from YouTube. We air it the next day, or you know, whatever. I'll pick a time slot for you, and just like I do for Matt Burke and you know, the Baron Earl show and Chuck Dixon and all these guys. They just go ahead, pops. A day later, whatever. Do whatever you want with it. Okay.
Awesome, man. I appreciate that.
That's the whole thing, you know. I mean, the goal obviously is to move past YouTube and go to Roku.
Right.
Take all these shows to Roku, to a place where people aren't seeing them, you know, and just a whole new audience. Put you guys stuff in front of an untapped market.
Yep.
Help me out, everybody. I'll do this. I promise I'll do it. Help me out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But the more content we have, also the bigger splash we make when we land there. So
True.
Give it some thought, man. If you want to join the network, I'd love to have you. You and I already see a lot of things eye to eye about out there as it is without us even talking about it. You know what I'm talking about. We, you know, there's a lot going on, and basically we all got to support each other. No,
I 100% agree. And, you know, I try at the end of each of my videos to at least promote, you know, one campaign. And, you know, I spend a lot of time, you know, on Twitter just trying to get eyes on other projects, because I think the more people support one another, the better it is for everybody. And that's how, you know, we can leak into the mainstream potentially, or, you know, have some really popular projects to showcase what we're doing. So, yeah, I think that's to me the heart and soul of being indie.
It's really funny because my thing started out. I had a little tiny Facebook group, like 300 or 400 people, and we used to come out and go, "Hey, look what I got! Look what I got in the mail!" Or "Look what I got! I just got home from the comic store. Look at the stuff I got." That was what we did. It wasn't anything like what it is now. When Seattle went down in 2020 because of the big V, right? My total, everything I was doing changed. The Facebook group began doing CromCon monthly, where we were doing one weekend every month where we brought out 50, 60 different people, half hour at a time, one after another, bang, 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 late night panels, the whole, just like you're at a con, but online, because nobody could go to any cons, right? So we started doing that. It grew. The Facebook group kept growing. We started on Twitter. I've had two Twitter accounts smashed now. My reach keeps getting smashed on Twitter. Every time I get some reach, smash. No, none for you, pops. You know. But then we started on YouTube, and it was like that's all cool and everything, but we're all still under the Google, the YouTube overlords. Okay. Ain't none of that on Roku. You got the FCC and the DMCA, and that's the only people I'm going to be answerable to. Well, you know, maybe the FBI. Don't do nothing stupid, all right? I mean, do your shows the way you want to do your shows, not stumbling over the words you're afraid to say because of an algorithm that's going to get you demonetized. You know what I mean? I don't believe in that. If you come do your show and the FCC gets hold of me, pops, man, dude, that Turner dude, man, that episode's going to have to come down, pops. I'm going to send you the email that they sent me. You're going to know exactly why. Right? And I'm going to take that episode down. But I'm not going to demonetize all the rest of your content. Right. Because the FCC had to stick up its ass about something you said on one show. You know what I mean? It's like I don't want to be the overlord. I want to give you all a platform to be yourselves.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
if anybody wants to bring your shows to madness, we're doing this thing. And we really, we're doing this thing. The more people involved, the better it'll be.
That's awesome.
It's awesome when people bring their shows to the net.
Oh yeah.
The more, like I said, the bigger it gets, the bigger splash we make, right?
Yep.
I don't know if you're familiar with Hart Fisher from the he did the Dahmer books.
Oh, okay.
They, like back in the days, the dude, they had the big Sally Jesse Raphael blow up with the victims, families from Dahmer's. Oh, dude, it was like a mess because dude made a comic book. Oh my god, and they like went after him, and now he runs the American Horrors channel on Roku, and he's got 2 different channels now. Dude, we got our foot in the door already. We got a place on Roku where dude's willing to play our ads.
Yep.
He gets millions of watchers on the American Horrors channel. Okay. Millions of legit views. I'm talking about we got our foot in the door. We just got to get it done.
Yep.
So, definitely would love to have your show. I'm talking to a few other people. We have a pilot coming out next Wednesday. I don't know if you guys seen this or not, but Mike Barron's going to do a show Wednesday called The Writer's Block.
Nice. There you go.
He's going to answer questions from the chat. I'm not going to ask. I've interviewed Mike 1,000 fucking times, man. Okay, I'm not going to ask Mike shit. You guys get to ask Mike questions. Okay, we're going to open. It's going to be like a call-in show,
Nice.
And if Mike has fun, we're going to keep doing it, I mean, so it probably won't be long. It won't be no hour-long show. You guys know Mike, 20, 25 minutes. He's going to be out. And it's going to be leave him wanting more, Pops. Always leave him wanting more. So, be there. Don't be late. 4 o'clock on Wednesday, 4 o'clock Eastern. If you're late, you miss it.
Yep. Nice.
But I'd love to, I'd love to have your show there as well, man. We'll talk about this another time.
Sounds good.
For sure. Like real soon though, not like 6 months or something.
Oh yeah.
As soon as you feel like you're good with it, you want to do it, we'll fucking hook you right up, dude.
Sounds good.
There's other bonuses that I'll talk to you about later that go along with it. Okay, so
cool.
Man, you guys go check it out. Vigilante's Creed. It's on Indiegogo, and you notice I didn't say one bad thing about Indiegogo the whole show.
Oh, it's also on Fund My Comic as well for anyone that prefers that.
I didn't know that. I should have been showing that. I should have been showing that. Link, damn it. Go to Fund My Comic and buy it. Just go to Fund My Comic and buy it. That's what you do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Damn. That tells you how out of it I am. I do a show covering stuff that's on Fund My Comic once a week. And I'm over here showing the Indiegogo. Never a day off, bro. It's all action. All right, you guys, go check him out. Go check out his YouTube channel. He's on Twitter. Are you on Facebook?
Yep. Same thing. Just look up B.A. Turner and I'll be there.
All right, well, then you need to join the comic-related madness.
Yeah, if I haven't came across it, I will for sure.
That is where this all began, and it is a promotion and networking group. It's not a Twitter feed, bro. You go in there, you drop your link, you tell everybody, hey, man, go check out my book. That's all it is. It's people dropping the links to their shows. It's a networking group.
Nice.
So creators can find other shows to go on.
Yep.
Not just mine, but a lot of other people's shows. They drop their links in there too. And so that showrunners can find creators to have on their shows.
True, yeah.
So join the comic-related madness on Facebook. Drop your link at least once a day. Because the scroll goes by and nobody's looking to see what was posted yesterday.
Right.
They only go so far back, right? Post it once a day. I tell everybody that. And that's why the scroll goes by.
Yep.
Keep it active, people. Keep it real. That's what we do. It's awesome meeting you, dude. I definitely want to get you out again.
For sure, man. Thank you.
Do you have your? I'm assuming on Fund My Comics, it's open store.
Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
everything's the same with the exception of the original painting is on here. I will be adding some Joe Ball trading cards probably in the next week. I'll be getting the first print here soon. Just something just cheap for folks to add if they'd like, that I can mail pretty much for free. So yeah, that'll be getting added. But yeah, no, both of them will be available for a long time. I'll probably keep it up until whenever my next campaign is up. So
I will go edit that link on the YouTube in the description. I'll go edit that and put your Fund My Comic in there too.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah. I promote those guys. I recommend and endorse Fund My Comic. I don't go fucked over so many of my friends.
Yeah.
Did you know that they had shadow banned Stephen B's book and Doc's book in sign up?
Yep.
You couldn't even find it to sign up for it, dude. They was like, what's wrong with Stephen B's book? Dude, what's wrong with Doc's book? There was nothing wrong with these. I'm like, wow. Yeah, and of course, crazy. All of them have their problems. That's why when Luke started building one, I was like, oh, so happy that somebody that does comics, that cared about comics, was going to build a crowdfunding site for comic people, not lawn chairs.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I got some respect for Luke. Love what he's doing, and we would definitely add that link into the description of this show. Put it up as the featured show. Leave it up for a couple days.
Sounds good. Appreciate that.
Because it's the first time you've been out here, man. Got to get you out more. I'm telling you. And look, anytime you have something new you want to talk about or whatever, just hit me up. Just like this, we can always do a special edition.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Some people prefer it that way. All right, so y'all go check him out. Go check out his books. Buy his books. Get the mini comic. Get all that because it all looks pretty freaking awesome.
Thank you.
With that, I'm gonna play the other half of our sponsors' ads, and I'm gonna be out of here. Dude, it's great meeting you. I will see you again. If you're ever like, dude, we gotta talk, okay?
Yeah.
Sometime here next week, within the next week.
Yeah.
Because things happen, and I have like 1 minute to make something work. You know what I mean? Like last week I was at a con and I met somebody who runs another con, and they're like, dude, I'm down a guest.
Yeah.
And it's like, if I'd have known you were from Michigan, you'd have been one of them people on that short list that I would have handed, dude.
Well, I'm West Coast right now, but
but you got a brother here. You ain't got to worry about hotel. He would pay for that anyway. That's when I'm saying guest.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
yeah, that changes things.
Yeah, my short list, I went through them all.
Yeah,
I told you, check this guy, check this guy. If I'd have known you were from here, I damn sure would have had you on that list. I don't know if he filled that spot or not, but I'll talk to him. I'll let you know.
That sounds good, man.
Cool. Because I do know some people that run cons and shit too. I'm trying to branch out, man.
Oh yeah.
All right. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for watching. All you people on the Critical Blast Twitter, I can't believe this, man. That channel has been lit up for us. Ever since we started putting stuff over there, man, there's people watching every show. We love you guys. Go check out his YouTube channel. Go check out my YouTube channel.
Hell yeah.
Have a good night, y'all. Peace.
Peace, guys.
Just back it already.
How do you end this thing? How do you put the where's the brakes on this bus? I forgot.
Jazz
how to
hands. Jazz hands.
Have a good night.